Welcome, Taurus, to your Taurus November 2021 reading and predictions. Hi, I'm Nigel Saint James. For those of you who are stopping by for the first time, and to the subscribers, much affection and love to you always. I'm so grateful that you're a part of my extended family. I think that's what you are. I see you that way anyway, now that we spend this time together. You know, this is a deck called the Golden Circle Tarot, I think it's called. I obtained it from a lady called Beth Martini in Chicago, and she's an independent developer, of course, and I'm quite sure that she would still have a few left for you. It only arrived at my place yesterday, so I'm very keen to get into it with you now. And I'm sure that you'll find that for an independent deck, it's very reasonably priced. Good God, the girl went through hell getting it done. It took nearly 12 months to get everything, what was moving things backwards and forwards around the world. Anyway, let's get 5 cards for you, shall we? By the way, on the 14th of October, your 2022 annual reading will be published at 6 p.m. US Eastern Time. Now, if you're a subscriber, then you will already have, or will receive that, depending when you look at this, through your inbox. And if you're not, just go to the playlist on my channel and you'll be able to find it there after the 14th of October, 6 p.m. US Eastern. So let's see what these cards are, shall we? Now, what do we have here? We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, excellent, the Two of Swords, this looks like the Seven of Swords, and Justice. Why don't you come, sit down next to me, we'll have a good close look at the artwork on these cards together while I do the reading for you. Right, I think you can see these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's look at this first. This has got a lot of Taurus in it, this Knight of Pentacles. And I think what could also be important, or who could also be important to you during this period, is an Aries person, of all people. Well, this is the shaman of the 4 knights. That's the feeling I'm getting up here. He embodies the elements of air and earth, air for the mind and earth for the body, balancing and integrating the airy light of clear perception with the feminine energy of Mother Earth, resulting in divine reason that expands into spiritual inspiration and material manifestation. Now the knight is at peace with himself and with his environment, sensitive, stable, and reliable. He travels a meditative path on his quest here. He works patiently and diligently, as I can see you doing, with concentrated focus until his goals are completed. Now this knight can always be depended on. He doesn't let the distractions of life lead him, of course. Devoted and dedicated to Earth's evolution, he is inspired to build new worlds that support the environment and that assist and help humanity at large. Now, he takes full responsibility for his life, actions, and choices. He understands the need to make and keep commitments. The knight brings strength, faith, and peace to any challenge to you at this time. His pure and open heart is kind and strong. He is in tune with the feelings of others and the situation at hand. This magical knight has mastered his 5 senses. Life force flows through his body in harmony and balance. Now the knight works through the challenges of life by listening to his intuition. He feels, hears, and sees how nature works by taking time to listen to what the environment communicates. His meditative soul takes time to breathe in the air and all that is around him, sensing the next step of action to take. He teaches you peace in the heart, quietude and simplicity is true inner wealth. He bridges the worlds of the divine and the physical, bringing the possibility, I think, of living almost like a heaven on earth. Now, this night, I think, and the Archangel Uriel follow the same path. They share the same element, being earth. Uriel is the guardian of nature spirits. He brings the gift of deep understanding of the natural laws of nature to humanity, as well as the light of God. Uriel is the angel of peace and forgiveness. Now, when this knight comes into your life, he brings gifts of success through hard work. He indicates finances are getting better, or the coming of an unexpected financial gift. The knight indicates the coming or going of material concerns and working with investments. Now, travel can be around at this time. Changes in employment or health may occur for the better. Now, there may be an opportunity to move to a rural area for some people here, I think. He's an advocate of exercise, though, and of looking after your physical well-being. So you may do that through exercise, meditation, yoga, and certainly by eating healthy food that nourishes your body. He brings physical strength and endurance. And he tells you that this is a time now for you to get in touch with all of your five senses, including the sixth sense of perception. I think he indicates a love relationship about to enter into your life that is gentle and sensual. He brings the alchemy of bridging the divinely inspired ideas of air into creation and manifestation on this earth. Let's have a look and see what's sitting beneath it, shall we? Okay, Seven of Swords. This looks like a young woman with some knights in the background holding the Seven Swords here. Well, this is the moon in the third decan of Aquarius at 9th to the 18th of February. Now, the emotions of the moon. And see, with the number 7, I also have the planet of Venus associated with it, that very feminine, emotional planet. Well, the emotions of the moon and of Venus cloud the intellectual qualities of Aquarius. Aquarius is normally quite detached and intellectual. Now, I'm not saying that you are not intellectual, but I'm saying that in this situation, Aquarius is weakened, and this could be giving you a lack of clarity. Do you know, I think that this 7 appears when you find yourself in this position that it's appeared in. It can arrive when you find yourself struggling through inner conflict and frustration. You may be experiencing a challenging situation where you have no control, leaving you with a sense of futility or helplessness. Thoughts and actions that do not express your true self may soon begin to arise. Now, this unsettled energy is seeking an outlet to either create a negative consequence or to be transformed into a higher awareness. Some small or large event in life may have initiated a calling, taking you on an inner spiritual journey to understanding your purpose and potential. I think that this 7 of Swords here signals an inner shift in consciousness, mentally and spiritually. The key to this energy is to pull within, focus on what needs to shift and change in your life, internally and externally. Make adjustments. Let go of outworn patterns and relationships, then open up to emerging new insights. The gift of this card is a breakthrough on a spiritual and mental level, bringing clarity. The 7 of Swords brings new thought patterns that challenge the old parts of yourself. This inner shift can cause mental resistance and internal unrest. But it's too late. The transformation of yourself has already begun. Acceptance and surrender to the change will allow you to unite with your new aspect, bringing heightened spiritual awareness and opportunity to regain your mental strength and inner intuitiveness, to review challenges or conflicts in a new life. And you'll thereby discover creative solutions, freeing you from any struggle. What's here? And you will have peace, because this card is speaking to this woman blindfolded holding two swords here. Well, this is the moon again, but this time in the first decan of Libra, the 23rd of September to the 2nd of October. Now, this is a really happy combination. Now, with the moon in Libra, you'll likely have a deep need for peace and harmony in your life. Now, this can include your personal environment, work, relationships with others. Now, the purpose of this card is about neutrality, I think, it being neither good nor bad. So balance. And I think what we see here is also a great degree of inner peace and power to make decisions. Decisions regarding situations or relationships which engender spiritual peace as well, agreements, mental stability. But this woman is saying more to me than that. She says that you start to search for your true self and personal power. The heart and intellect are trying to find a peaceful balance. Things felt in the heart don't always match up with the intellect's vision. When the mind and heart are torn, there is no peace. The physical self goes through the daily motions of life unsettled. Inner conflict can grow, and there is a great need to still the body and quiet the mind, allowing intuitive feelings of the heart to speak its truth over the clamor of the righteous mind. Do you understand what I mean by that? Wisdom of the heart and clarity. The mind together, the heart and the mind together need to merge equally to bring the right choice or action to move forward on their journey. The key to this energy here is learning how to see and how to judge with the mind while listening to your heart's wisdom. The gift of this energy is knowing and speaking your truth from a place of balance and power. You see, the energy of this woman here, what she does is she is signaling a withdrawal from the problems and distractions surrounding you. Meditation or taking time out to settle emotions and the racing mind is a good step. Your mind may be going over and over the different facets of the situation, unable to come up with a solution. A choice or a decision has to be made, and you will wish the situation would just go away. Well, the Two of Swords brings truce or reconciliation to a predicament by maintaining an inner balance of the heart, which is your soul, and the mind, which is your ego, and getting in touch with your core values. It assists in the reconnection to your personal power and inherent wisdom. Seek the combined vision of the heart and mind. All answers are within you. Let us have a look at this card here. Oh, isn't this? Now, this is such an iconic image, I think. This is the Golden Circle Tarot, and you can see the golden circles around it. Look at this beautiful sun coming up. There is a child here looking at something, obviously, that has amused her. Going backwards, there is a field of sunflowers for the sun, and here is the sun poking through an object which actually looks like those things in Stonehenge in England that the Druids built many years ago. This, I assume, is at the winter solstice, which traditionally was around the 25th of December in the Northern Hemisphere anyway, the winter solstice, because that was the time in which the sun's light started to increase again during the day. And so we see a number of representations of the divinity, such as the Roman god Sol Invictus, the unconquerable sun, or and the Jesus figure. The church, the early church or the Romans moved his feast day or birthday to the 25th of December. Sol Invictus' feast day was the 25th of December. The Greek god Dionysius, 25th of December. 25th of December was the birthday also of Mithra from Iran. Anyway, it goes on and on. There's all the threads all weave together, do they not? Well, the sun symbolizes the divine marriage of the self with God, the Creator. When the sun is shining, everything becomes simple and joyous. The sun feeds our life force. It makes us feel better. The warmth of the sun nourishes and heals your soul and body. The sun is energetic, motivating, creative, active, and transformative. It brings a renewed feeling to life. The sun is constant, rising every day, bringing new light and new opportunities. Now, the sun's major arcana number is 19, the number of success, attainment, happiness, harmony, fire energy, healing, wisdom. These will all be with you at this time. The sun symbolizes knowledge filled with light, love, and wisdom. It integrates the opposite poles of light and dark, balancing and blending the conscious and the subconscious. The Chinese symbol of this experience you'll be familiar with probably is yin-yang, feminine and masculine energies. The symbol of inner peace that your soul seeks. Now, this balance brings peace and restlessness and questioning. Restlessness and questioning, they stop. As your soul begins to shine outwardly, inherent joy, this divine inner child within, connects with the light of God, bringing you fulfillment and happiness. And even if you remain closed in, the constant light of God, the Creator, the divine, the divinity, is endlessly sending golden, healing, and enlightening rays that filter through the boarded up inner windows. The sun liberates blocked energy that is locked inside. This experience is transformative. It's healing. There is no fear. You have faith in yourself and in the divine. The sun brings enlightenment, which is an experience. It's not an idea. Enlightenment will shine through your eyes and being. This energy also speaks to me of a turning point in your life when I think it's possible. I think that you've been having something of a difficult time with some things in the recent past. Am I right? And this represents a turning point now. The light of the sun is going to illuminate your way forward. I have also around here, I've got to say, marriage, pregnancy. You may hear of that. What do we have here? Incidentally, did I show you the cardstock on these? This is what the back of the thing looks like. It's really thick cards. Not that it means much to me. I mean, I can sit down and read matchboxes if necessary, but I do prefer to have images to spark the divine energy. Well, here she is, Lady Justice. She's sitting between two pillars with a violet sort of curtain behind her. Well, so she sits holding her scales in balance in her left hand there. The scales are part of her actual being. Her two-edged sword, which you can see here in her right hand, that sword of discernment and intuition, they have an association, I think. It has an association with her 7 chakras, keeping her decision-making in balance and ready for action. The sword represents the clear, creative mind directly applying and bringing realistic answers and solutions to the table. The sword also represents strength and power that come from Justice holding her inner balance. Justice represents keeping your inner balance centered as you live your life in the chaos of the world. Justice encourages you to look deep inside yourself and identify any contradictions throwing you off kilter, balancing your intuitive self and spiritual values with the conscious mind and moral values brings inner strength and clarity to make just decisions. Justice's number, as you can see there in the Roman numeral, is 11, right? The number of vision, new consciousness, balance, heightened awareness, intuition, and insight. Now, justice works with all matters of earthly law, cosmic law, and karmic law, and she integrates and balances these laws within her when decisions need to be made. Now, what you have here is you begin to take responsibility for your choices and actions, weighing and measuring your next move. You realize that the steps you take will not only impact you, but also others. Justice helps you live your life in balance without the inner tension of opposition. Now, when unsettling situations in life arise, as they always do, they can leave you hanging with no solution or with indecision, can't they? I mean, we've all experienced this. And your clarity and direction can become foggy, signaling a time to still yourself, to go within and listen. The mind and heart will duel with each other like swordsmen as long as you feed the fire. Well, let the sword of discernment and balance pierce the pool of the subconscious and inner wisdom. Meditate and let the poles of opposites come to rest. A solution will arise. It may not be what you wanted or expected, but if it feels right in your body, heart, and mind, then you have the answer. What a particularly fascinating spread of cards for you. Good job. That's the way it is for you this month. Ah, well, there you go. Beautiful, beautiful images, really, aren't they? Didn't you enjoy that? I certainly enjoyed providing it to you. It's my pleasure and privilege to do so. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you again. Don't forget the annual reading that's there, as I mentioned. Have a look at that. But in the meantime, remember one thing, and remember it's this, and it is that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.